In the quiet city of Claremont, Florida, just after midnight on December 1st, 2023, a terrifying incident shattered the peace of local residents. An assailant, wielding a handgun, opened fire with deadly intent on an unsuspecting victim. The aftermath left numerous vehicles scarred by bullets, a community in fear, and the gunman nowhere to be found. What emerged through the subsequent investigation was a deeply unsettling picture of indifference to human life. This is the story we call "I'd Do Anything for You." Claremont, a city in central Florida, has grown from its citrus roots into a thriving suburb of Orlando. Known for the historic Citrus Tower, it has become home to more than 43,000 residents, supported by a strong economy of retail, hospitality, and commerce. Over the years, it has also been the residence of notable figures like bowler Norm Duke, sprinter Tyson Gay, and children's author Kate DiCamillo. But Claremont also became the setting of a darker story involving 21-year-old Ariana Gujraj and 24-year-old Brandon Pyrila. Ariana, originally from the Bronx, New York, moved with her family to Central Florida, where she excelled academically at Lake Minneola High School and later at Valencia College. By late 2023, she was working at a seafood restaurant in Orlando. Brandon, meanwhile, was deeply immersed in the streetcar racing culture. Known for his customized cars and aftermarket ventures, his record contained traffic infractions but no violent crimes. The two met at a local car enthusiast gathering and began dating in January 2023. Their relationship was volatile, with several separations, and finally ended in September. On November 30th, Ariana reached out to her friend Dion Ramligan to talk about her troubles with Brandon. By the end of that night, Dion would become the target of a violent ambush that nearly cost him his life. At 1:53 a.m., the Lake County Sheriff's Office received reports of gunfire on Peppermill Trail in Claremont. Responding deputies found Dion's car and a Massey Work truck riddled with bullets, along with 21 shell casings scattered across the scene. Miraculously, Dion had escaped unhurt. He told investigators he had gone to Ariana's neighborhood around midnight. Brandon, however, had been sending him menacing messages, accusing him of being romantically involved with Ariana. Minutes after he parked, a white Toyota Camry pulled up. Its driver, whom Dion identified as Brandon, opened fire with a handgun resembling one he had seen on Brandon's Instagram. Screenshots of texts backed up Dion's account. Brandon had made veiled and direct threats against him. Combined with Dion's detailed description of the shooter, the gun, and the car, investigators felt confident Brandon was behind the attack. Detectives also interviewed Ariana. At first, she claimed her last contact with Brandon had been days earlier. But when confronted with the possibility of a phone search, she admitted to receiving 2 calls from him around the time of the shooting, one at 12:36 a.m. and another at 12:54 a.m., just minutes after the gunfire ended. She insisted Brandon had been at home playing video games, though her account was vague and inconsistent. Investigators pressed forward. Surveillance cameras soon revealed a white Camry entering Lake County at 1:13 a.m., registered to Brandon's stepfather at his Orlando residence. Nearby residents then came forward with video evidence showing a white sedan arriving at Peppermill Trail just before the shooting. The footage clearly depicted a man firing multiple rounds at Dion's car. Detectives then obtained warrants for Ariana and Brandon's phone and Instagram records. The breakthrough came from Ariana's Pinger app, which revealed hundreds of messages exchanged with Brandon in the 6 hours before the shooting. Those messages told a chilling story. Ariana and Brandon had reconciled that evening and conspired to eliminate Dion. Ariana had lured Dion out under false pretenses, then sent Brandon a GPS pin of his exact location. Brandon lay in wait and ambushed them, firing wildly but ultimately missing. The evidence painted the act as not a spontaneous burst of rage, but a premeditated attempt at murder. With mounting evidence, detectives moved to secure arrests. Ariana ultimately surrendered to authorities, was booked into the Lake County Jail, and held without bond. Brandon's arrest required more tact. Deputies approached his Orlando home under the guise of investigating a minor accident involving his car. When Brandon came outside, annoyed about his vehicle, officers immediately detained him. Only then did they reveal the true charge: attempted first-degree murder. Brandon expressed shock, claiming he had been asleep, had no gun, and pleading not to lose his welding job. His mother arrived in tears, insisting her son had never been in trouble. Officers reassured her that no one had died, but emphasized the gravity of the accusations and explained how the arrest warrant had been lawfully obtained. Both Ariana and Brandon were charged with attempted first-degree murder. Ariana was later released on a $100,000 bond with GPS monitoring and strict no-contact orders with both Brandon and Dion. Brandon, however, was denied bond and remained in custody. Their plea hearings are scheduled for May. This chilling account highlights the fragility of human life, the dangers of jealousy and manipulation, and the crucial role of law enforcement and community vigilance in bringing justice. Dion, though physically unharmed, remains a reminder of how close this crime came to becoming a tragic homicide. As this case progresses, we invite you to reflect. Should Ariana and Brandon be held equally responsible for the crime? What punishment do you believe is fitting if they are found guilty? Share your thoughts in the comments below.